Hey guys, it's smallfry, and long time no see, am I right? It's been like, what, 6 months, I think? Way too long. I am sorry for my absence. I've been going through a lot of stuff lately. I just moved and getting all of that done, and obviously the pandemic and such. I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm alright. I've just been doing freelance work, moving, just super busy. So I'm sorry for being away for so long, but I am back and hopefully better than ever. Now, if you did not know this about me already, my favorite time of year is spooky season, and oh boy, we are knee deep in it already, aren't we? I mean, it's a little different because of pandemic rules. You can't really trick or treat or go outside. Making the most of it, watching scary movies, eating enough candy for probably 15 trick-or-treaters. You know, it could be worse, but I am excited to be here with you guys. And to start off spooky season, I wanted to do a speed paint, and I wanted to draw horror villains as little cutie babies, because that's what I like to do. While I really like creepy stuff, and if you've seen my monster transformation tutorial, you'll see that anything creepy I try to do usually ends up being cute, so this fits perfectly in my MO. But yes, I love Halloween, I love spooky season, and I love anything creepy, gross, or weird, so welcome to the channel. Scary movies are my favorite kind of movie, and so I gotta ask you guys, what's your favorite scary movie? I'm sorry, I had to do it. You know I had to do it. If I had to say my favorite scary movie, it would have to be The Thing, but John Carpenter's The Thing. I know that there is a 1950s, I think, but I think it goes under a different title. The 1980s John Carpenter's The Thing is my favorite scary movie, and I really love practical effects, like the puppets in there, and the gore, and the blood, and just everything being made on set and not super computer generated. Not that there's anything wrong with CG. I just really love puppets, and I love special effects makeup. I'm such a huge fan of that kind of stuff, so anything like that just immediately has my attention. John Carpenter might be my favorite horror director. It is currently undecided, but The Thing is just so perfect. I started watching scary movies at a really young age, probably too young actually. I don't even remember how old I was, but I definitely did walk in when my parents were watching The Ring. I think it's 2002, 2001, the American remake. I don't know if it was good for my development or if it scarred me forever, and now the scarring has turned into an obsession with scary movies. But oh my gosh, do you remember, if you've seen it, spoiler alert if you haven't, but it's old, so you probably when they open up the closet and the girl is in the closet, oh my gosh, I couldn't get the image of her face out of my head for, I think it's still there. Like, I will just randomly, that thought will pop into my head and I will go, oh my gosh, it's so creepy, but I like it too. I don't know, there's something wrong with me. But even then, like, scary movies when I was a kid weren't straight up scary movies. Like, I think Secret of NIMH counts as a scary movie for kids. Like, that movie was scary, and it's animated, and it's got cute little mice, but it definitely scared the buns out of me when I was little. And also Watership Down. Why was I allowed to watch Watership Down? I can't watch that movie now without being like really creeped out. I don't know what it taps into my brain, but that movie is freaking scary. I should give it another shot though. I will say, I haven't watched it in a while. Should give it another shot. Have you guys seen Watership Down? Do you like it? Does it disturb you like it disturbs me? Let me know. I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here. These aren't really, Halloween horror movies, but Halloween horror movies, to me, there are 3 classics. There are 3, maybe 4 classic horror movies for Halloween, or like not even Halloween, just scary movies in general. That would be Halloween, obviously, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th. 4th, maybe soft inclusivity on that one is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I know people will argue with me on that. I don't know what it is. It just feels like you got the 3, and those 3 interact, or at least Freddy and Jason interact, because you got Freddy versus Jason. up to like, I think they've got 10 of them now. Way too many Freddy vs. Jason. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre is definitely a classic. I just don't know if it fits in the top 3, you know? Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I've had a lot of conversations about this with my friends, and we still have not come to a concrete decision. No one has been swayed either way on whether to include Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the classic lineup. So let me know in the comments. So yes, I haven't done a speed paint in a while, so I hope that you guys like this. And if you didn't know, I do have an Instagram, so if you want to see more of my art and kind of keep up with me there, you can follow me on Instagram. I've got the link in the description below. I'll probably put up a little picture of what my Instagram looks like in the video somewhere when I edit this. Hello, editing me. How is it going? Scary movies have always been a part of my childhood, starting with the animated. I think first, like The Ring was definitely the first I really remember. Secret of NIMH and Watership Down were definitely before that. It's definitely been a theme throughout my life, and I was always known as like the Halloween kid. Maybe you or someone you know has also been the Halloween kid, where it's like, oh yeah, everyone's going as a group as like Disney princesses, and then Smallfry's coming and she's gonna be a zombie princess. She's 4? Okay, neat. I liked it. I liked being that kid, and I still like being that kid, but it was always complicated because I would want to dress up like other people's costumes, like, oh, we're all going as like Donald and Goofy and Mickey, and I'm like, I want to be Minnie, but I want to be Minnie zombified, or like Minnie as a vampire, and it just became like a very multi-hyphenated costume, which I would have to explain to people, which at that point it kind of defeats the purpose. Unless like you want to use that as an icebreaker, then it's perfect. Best way to make people ask you questions is just to be a very confusing multi-hyphenate costume. I am an expert in this field. But being the creepy kid definitely comes in handy when it's Halloween time. Like, if it weren't pandemic time and if everything wasn't on lockdown, I would be having a Halloween party and it was gonna be great. I had so many plans. I had so many ideas. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be. But this gives me more time to plan for next year, which is a whole year away and makes me sad. I gotta grin and bear it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And it gives me more time to plan a costume too. I wasn't totally prepared this year. Like, I've got a Harley Quinn costume that I wore last year, so I could wear that again, but I like to change it up, you know? I don't like to repeat costumes if I can help it, especially if like I can make something from my closet. That would be fantastic. So I've got like a devil onesie, like one of those really baggy things with the hood and like the zipper up the front. I'll probably just wear that. I'll probably, like, honestly, between you and me, I will probably be eating my weight in pizza and candy and watching scary movies in the dark. Who's gonna judge? I'll be comfortable, and that's what counts. Now the real question is, what movie will I watch on Halloween? That is such a big question that I have not figured out yet. Do you guys have like a Halloween movie besides Trick or Treat? I feel like Trick or Treat is the go-to answer. Do you have a Halloween movie or a movie that you are excited to watch on Halloween if you're gonna do that? Just a spooky movie recommendation is what I'm looking for. There's so many movies I haven't seen, but I really want to hear what other people are planning on. I love to hear the kinds of scary movies and what people are into. So if you have recommendations, please leave a comment. I would really love that. Now, as I was saying, my favorite scary movie is The Thing. And I know that it has a prequel/sequel. I've heard that they're doing a Thing remake, I think. I've heard a couple remake rumors around the internets. Like, I heard that they were doing a Blob remake, which I'm actually really excited for. It's been a really long time since I've seen the original Blob, and I think that it is a great monster to bring back. I don't really remember much about it, but I think it would be really, really cool to have a new Blob movie. But I've only heard about that, like, once from friends, so I'm not even sure if that's happening anymore, but I would buy a ticket and I would see a Blob movie. I don't know what other movies are being remade. That's the only one I've really heard rumors about. I can't even think of what's been recently remade. I'm totally blanking. The one remake that is coming into my head right now is Fright Night. Colin Farrell was in that, if I'm not mistaken. I really liked that. I mean, I saw original Fright Night and I like the new Fright Night. And I'm sorry if at any point in this I sound afraid. It's not because of the subject matter, even though I'm talking about spooky things. It is because a spider is making direct eye contact with me and it is threatening me subconsciously. I can feel the energy, sir, and I do not like it. Please keep all 15 million of your eyes to yourself. Thank you. I'm so excited for Halloween. Even though we're on lockdown, or at least where I live, we're on lockdown, I am so excited for Halloween. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what everybody does for Halloween. It is my favorite holiday. I cannot stress this enough. I am just unhealthy levels of excited, and I hope that you guys are too. Anyway, I think that I have rambled for far too long. I'm gonna have a lot to edit out of this. But thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me as I talk about some spooky stuff. I am so excited to be back. I'm so excited to hang out with you guys again in the YouTube sphere. And again, thank you for watching. And if you like this wholesome content, please give me a like and a subscribe. And I hope to see you guys on the next video. Bye! Oh, it's spooky. Oh, it's spooky. Don't look at me, little spider.